everyone, this is Big Boss Calvin 83. Yes, the person, remember that video that I made a couple weeks ago about this idiot named Matt from Facebook? He also has a YouTube channel, and I have his screenshots. Some fat guy, 35, 91. Well, he's right about the fat guy part. He's a fathead idiot. See, we've been going back and forth. I'll show you the comments. He loves this. He's a sheep. He's an idiot. I mean a complete dummy. Dumbed down, brain raped to the extreme. This person, Matt, I would say he's a troll himself. He's a troll. In a way he is. Because I've seen his activity on Facebook from my buddy Mike. And he's been talking smack about me and the True Force Loneliness movement, which isn't new. But the fact of it is, this person just graduated high school. He thinks he knows everything. He has no life experience. Even though he wants to cry about his hardships with what happened to his mother and his hardship, which would never match up to my hardships or anybody who's with the TFL movement's hardships, especially mine. This doofus wants me to care about what happened to his mother. And I can care less. Because she had a brain infection. I mean, you see it in the note. And you see in the comments back and forth. If you read through it and pause. I mean, I'll put the screenshots so y'all can see for yourselves. And you just a link of a folder you can download and look at them yourself. So, let me say this, man. Since you were very disrespectful. And you're going to say, I came at you nasty. I asked you a few questions, motherfucker. Motherfucker, I asked you a few simple questions about how we're treating each other. And do you think it's normal? And you said yes, basically, because you didn't answer my question. So, basically, you're guilty. Since anything other than yes, then yes, Y-E-S, then the person is wrong. If the person cannot admit to fault and the wrongs, then this person is guilty. You talked about working your tail off. I mean, it's like you want me to care about your hardships, but you don't want to care about my hardships. Or any guy who's part of the True Force Loneliness movement, or is living TFL, or whatever painful circumstances, or the person who has a disability. No, it's like this. You want me to tell me to man up and shut up about my complaints about my past, but but it's okay for you to bitch and cry about yours. That's like telling the black people, the people of color, African people, African Americans, to forget about colonization, forget about slavery, but let's talk about the Holocaust. That's very insulting. Let's talk about Pearl Harbor. Let's talk about the Boston Tea Party. Let me touch on Pearl Harbor. That was an inside job, too. Okay? It was your not criminal, crooked-ass, Anglo, racist, Caucasian, misandry, feminazi, eugenics, practicing, elitist, motherfucking government, Zionist, atheist, terrorist Jews who caused Pearl Harbor. Yes, you could say, well, it might have been a Japanese person, but guess what? They were a puppet, and they were doing what they're told because money talks. Same with 9/11. You guys still crying about 9/11. You know who you are. And you blame the Middle Easterners, you blame the Arabs, which they had nothing to do with. But you go bomb Iraq for no reason. It's fucking pathetic. You want me to cry about 9/11 when it was you criminals, the elites, the United States government, the wealthy Caucasians who running this institutional lies enslavement. You know who you are, so don't tell me otherwise. Because I can't imagine any group doing this. Even though there's some, you have your tokens, you have your house Negroes, your house Chinks, your house Specs. There's a few of them out there. But come on, how do they get like that? But still want to touch on this Matt character. You told me that your mom had a brain infection and she's in care, so basically she can't do anything. She can't even properly walk. She can't even operate a vehicle and a couple of stuff. I guess the bitch was weak, right? Since she had a brain infection, I guess she was weak. I guess she brought it on herself, right? She should take personal responsibility for her brain infection. Now, see, that would be cruel. See, but that's what we get as in people who endure TFL and people who have disabilities. I would throw TFL in there, but the difference is people bring TFL onto others by judging somebody from 1 to 5 seconds and treating somebody the way they don't want to be treated. And then you wonder why you will have Columbine, you will have Virginia Tech, you will have these massive shootings in the workplace, street shootings. You wonder why you have all these, and you have these primarily school shootings, and another school shooting that happened out in Texas. And I guess the people who are shot and dead were weak. And then you're the type of assholes who think, well, that person killed himself, they're weak. Well, no, they're not weak. They're human beings. You gave them no choice. And then you got doofuses like Matt DeFella who say, well, you got to stand up for yourself and lift some weights. Why should I even lift weights to even do that? Stand up for yourself? No, I'm all right for standing yourself and standing your ground. But, I mean, the fact of the matter is, once you stand up for yourself, then you got to fight the rest of the idiots. You can stand up to a bully, but people are going to follow the bully. They're going to take the bully's side because he or she is a desirable. Think about that. That's like you saying, oh, just keep a woman in check. Stand up to a woman. But guess what? You forgot to mention the fact that she got the police on her fucking side. She got the FBI on her fucking side. She got the courts on her side. And she got the government on her side, and the banks back her up. You forgot about that. She's protected by the system. So if you stand up to her as a man, like my friend Keith, that he also Facebooked me online and watched some of my videos. He's out in Chicago. He told me about how a woman was harassing him and shouting out obscenities and putting him down and basically being belligerent and very abusive. Don't you even come at me, well, he must have did something. That's bullshit. Because we can say the same thing about Ted Bundy. Well, the women who he killed and these other male serial killers who killed women, those women must have put themselves in that situation. Or if a woman is raped, those women must have put themselves and brought it on themselves. You don't know what happened. The fact of the matter is, even if the person might have did something, it doesn't matter. You cannot correct a wrong with a wrong. Not only that, even if they did have a little dispute and maybe disagreement, but when the way the person reacted and went overkill on somebody, you don't have a right to blatantly kill somebody for the fact that someone said something under their breath or says a couple of things and just overreact. Just overreacted where the person went bonkers. You understand what I'm saying? It's like someone wanted to just do this, and I just took my knife and just stabbed them to death. That's what I'm talking about. Instead of just hitting back. I mean, if the person was not backed up into a corner and not in critical danger, then the person should have a right to react any way they act to get them out, get themselves out the situation, and save their own life in the process. And if someone's shooting at you and you shoot them and they fall on the ground and they're disarmed, if you don't walk away and you keep shooting at a person, bang, 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 100 times, guess what? It's no longer self-defense. That's my point. And you're going to say, well, you're just counting. So basically you're saying, Calvin, you're saying that it's wrong to kill people. Well, it's wrong for people to kill somebody with abuse, constant abuse and torment. Then stereotype somebody else, judge them, and you don't know nothing about them. and deny them life and deny them life year after year after fucking year. To treat somebody the way you don't want to be treated, they can't help who they are or their circumstance and how their past came along or what the past made them who they are. And then you people want to use, well, you're not going to, well, with a bad attitude like that, you're not going to get a woman in your life with a bad attitude. But a woman who has a bitchy attitude can still get a man in her life. And no man will ever say that to her, especially if she has a history of abuse. Physically, mentally, emotionally, mentally, that's it mentally, right? And psychologically, and so societal abuse and oppression.